Hi there. This isn't a Universal Yums video, so if that's why you're here, you should have looked at the title. I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory. Basically, one of my friends said I should do a makeup video, and I thought, eventually, why not, I guess? This isn't going to be any kind of fancy makeup video whatsoever, because I pretty much don't know what I'm doing. I'm making all of this up as I go, let's be honest. I'm not a professional makeup person, at all. I just kind of do what I do, and I've learned various things from watching other videos, and a lot of trial and error. And so it's just gonna be average girl doing averagey makeup things, which I guess might be beneficial to some folks, because if you watch a lot of the other makeup videos out there, they're super fancy. Most of us, we're not that super fancy. Also, a lot of us have jobs where we don't need to be super fancy. We don't have the time, don't have the necessity, just don't need to be it. Don't need to do it. So, let's do some makeup stuff. And I'm gonna ramble like an idiot the entire time, I'm sure. I keep looking down because this is where all my crap is. I have crap everywhere, all over my desk. It's a mess. So a lot of things I've learned just kind of by watching other videos and have discovered yay or nay on certain things, like, yes, I'll do that, no, I won't do that, and now I still don't know what certain things is, like baking. Like, like, why am I gonna bake? I don't understand what that is. I don't do it, so I don't know. I kind of like all my brushes. Pretty much make everything up as I go. I don't have a brush. I have brushes, I just don't know what all of them do. So I just kind of use whatever. So let's start. I know a lot of people out there have oily faces. Mine is super dry. I'm always using all kinds of moistures, finding a good moisture. So I wash my face with the Mary Kay stuff. This is the Botanical Effects. I use number 1 because it's for dry skin. All these things have like numbers and stuff, and I don't care. Just give me something functional. If I don't use the Botanical Effects, I'll also use their Time Wise. So I've got moisture all over my face, but I did that earlier after I showered. And now I'm going to use the primer stuff, which helps keep all the makeup on your face and helps avoid all the fine line crap, which I didn't know was a thing until hearing about primer and thinking, that sounds like a good idea. This is actually just a little sample of some Too Faced stuff. I don't own any Too Faced items, like, at all. This is it. It was a sample from a birthday thing, so I actually like it. I like it a lot. I have a couple other primers. One is just an Ulta primer. It's kind of more on the, I don't know, oily side, I guess, kind of. It's not too shabby. And then I got another sample one that's literally called Spackle, which I thought was kind of funny. And that one's more on the moisture side of the spectrum. I don't do the dot thing because it's fancy. I do it to distribute the stuff. There's no real rhyme or reason. It's just like, I need some here. And then you just prime it up. It should be kind of lotiony, I guess. I don't really know. To be honest, I'm not an expert. I'm doing, like I said, I'm making all this up as I go. But yeah, the Spackle kind of just felt more like a regular moisturizer. So, like, I didn't know if it really did anything. Whereas this Too Faced stuff I like more because it feels a little bit more like it's, I don't know, it's kind of hard to describe. A little bit more on the, I don't want to say sticky, but like it feels like after I put on, like it's more prepped up and ready for the makeup to rock and roll on my face. So, kind of want to get that all over. No, I do not have a fancy makeup mirror. I used to do my makeup in the bathroom, but the light was like yellow, so I was like, I don't know what this actually looks like. So I basically just have like this hand mirror. Hi, yes, you're on camera. You're welcome. And that's how I look at everything, because there's more light in here. Even though I do have my blinds closed, so there's not super light in my face. So, okay, I think I've got everything off. Okay. This is not professional in any way, shape, or form. I want you to know. Another thing I didn't know about until watching some other videos and then getting some samples and things, mostly samples, and then realizing that's kind of cool, is the, what is it, like the color corrector stuff? So basically, I just have this, I think it's like Makeup Revolution London, because the palette seemed like it had all the colors that I would like to use in case I needed them. To be honest, I basically use like just 4. So, no. So there's different colors. I don't know if you can really, there we go. So I primarily use a handful of different colors depending upon what's going on with my face. The green helps take care of redness. The Lavender helps take care of like sallowness or kind of some yellowness. And then the two pinks on the end over here, I use for under eye circles. So, cause like sometimes I'll wake up and look like I was a zombie like all night for some reason, and like just right up under here. So I'll use either the darker one or the lighter one, just depending upon what I feel like using that day, what seems to be better. I think in this case we're gonna go with the darker one. That's pretty much my go-to. So I will literally just, I don't have a brush for this. I just literally like little tiny finger. Use your ring finger. Your ring finger, I learned. I did used to sell Mary Kay. I will be honest about that. I was not a makeup guru then, at all. I was like, hey, I could use some extra money. Maybe I'll sell some Mary Kay. Sounds like a great idea. And it worked for a little while, but let me tell you, selling Mary Kay without a car, kind of hard to do. Because your clients have to come pick you up, or you have to figure out a way to get there. And not a good way to run a business. So, yeah, no. But I learned there that your ring finger is your gentlest finger to use for applying makeup. Jabbing yourself in the eye. This finger, or this finger. Oh, so just a little bit here and there. I don't know if you can see. I don't know if I'm blocking the camera. I'm not paying attention. Like I said, I'm not a professional. I don't do this normally, like ever. And then, so I'll usually do the brighter ones in like the corner of my eye. And then sometimes I'll go with the lavender bit, like kind of on the outside where things are a little bit more on the yellowy-ishness. Not a whole lot, just a little dab will do ya. A little bitty dab will do ya. Just think Bob Ross when he's dip-dabbing into trees and stuff. Just a little bit. The green, I might use a little bit of green just for funsies, just because we're doing the video on just a little bit of stuff. You can pretty much think of makeup as painting your face because that's literally what you're doing. You do a little bit here, tone it down, or if you've got like, you know, blemishes or acne, like that's the other handy part of this. Or if you happen to have rosacea, your face is a little on the red side, you just take a little bit of green, dibbity dib, dib dib. I don't know if you can tell with the light I've got. I don't have the perfect lighting, but hey, tough nookies. I keep a couple things handy nearby. Wash rag to wipe off my hands if I'm using makeup on my hands, and then I've got this cool little like, I just recently bought this because I used to just kind of go with my brushes on my hands to kind of shake off all the excess powder, but this is like this sort of little spongy thing, and you just kind of go and it gets all the stuff on your brush off of your brush. So that's like my new favorite thing. Very handy. Don't need any liquids or any washing or anything fancy, just knocks it all off. Alright, color crunch done. Now look beautiful. Go out just like this. Okay. Next, obviously, foundation. Since I don't have enough Urban Decay samplage foundation, it was really nice. It was in 1. Check it! But I don't have enough anymore. Samplage is key. It's not actually key. It's really handy. So instead, I'll use the Clinique I have. This is Beyond Perfecting Foundation plus Concealer. Whatever. 0.5 Breeze. You know, I actually still think it's too dark for my skin tone. I feel like it's still a little bit on the orangey side. But too bad. I feel like I'm in that eternal struggle, like a lot of other women, where you're just trying to figure out, like, you know, what's the one freaking... See, like I said, they're like, people do like slides, slashes. I just dab some on there, because I'm just gonna sploosh all everywhere anyway. But, yeah. It's not professional at all. But I feel like I'm in that same boat where I'm just trying to figure out where's the right color for me? What works the best? What actually does? Because this one doesn't. I don't think it does. It did at the time when I swatched my hand or arm or whatever the hell I swatched. But now not so much. Now it's a little more on the orange side. I don't have any no special brushes. Oh god, no! It's everywhere! I don't have a special brush. Or sponge. I have like a packet of these. They're all disposable. Which I kind of feel bad about. I don't like throwing away a whole lot of nonsense that I shouldn't be throwing away. Or don't really need to be throwing away. And basically, I'm just gonna pitter pat. You can use your hands too. I kind of use this because I got tired of using because I used to use my fingers all the time. I used to just kind of go like that. Sponges are a little bit more on the even side. Although with this, it's kind of a little tricky because I do have like the hard edges happening. So I have to make sure I don't have like, you know, a square on my face when I'm done. And also, like, the corners aren't really the best for getting on the inner side of your eyeball. It's a little awkward. There's just a lot of dabbing that happens. Not that kind, quit it! I think some other folks also go over their eye, like over their whole eyelid with their foundation. I didn't. I'm gonna put stuff on there. Like, I have eyeshadow for that. So why would I put the concealer there? Like, I don't understand. Like, I'll just get it close, but not actually on it. Because that's kind of weird to me. Never made any sense. Good enough! Alright. Makeup on, sort of. Part of it. The base. The base is on. Base is hot. So it kind of helps chill out, set, whatever, all the liquidy stuff I just put all over myself. Got some setting powder, and I actually was kind of googling around. I was like, do I need setting powder or do I need finishing powder? Like, what the hell is the difference? I don't remember. To be honest, I think finishing powder was more professional or something, so I just have some setting powder. This is just some Ulta powder. I used to have some Mary Kay powder. I just kind of use it for evening out everything too, like if I have like a bit of nonsense here and there happening. Although, to be honest, this is still kind of a pain in the ass to get out and get on the brush. I don't know if it's just me, or if it's a thing, or whatever, but whatever! Just kind of poofy poof, poofy poof. I kind of do a combination of like dib-dabbage to get it on there, and then a bit of swish-swashing in the direction that I know my facial hair grows in, that soft, floofy facial hair you can't actually see. Oh my god, hair why? I just kind of make happy trees on my face, the way Bob Ross would have. Ta-da! I never know if I'm using enough, not enough. I just kind of go until I'm like, see, it's good! Sounds like a good idea. Guess I'm done now. See, and then I swoosh this around in here. That's clean. Alright, so now that we got the main base, I don't do any of this. Sometimes I do concealer, most of the time I don't. Usually I'm like, good enough, I don't really care. Now we do the eyeballs. The eyeballs will take me the longest because I'm a big fan of nice, neat, nifty, fun, different colored eyes. And then lips, all about that. So I've got some Urban Decay Perversion. Focus. There you go. This is, I need a new one to be honest. I'm just too lazy to buy it. But this is one of those felt ones, like the felt tipped version of an eyeliner. And if you're having trouble doing the wing like freehand, baby, get one of these, because this makes life so much easier. This is probably going to be all dried up by the time I try and do this. So, because then you can kind of actually like sort of stamp. And if yours isn't like old and sad like mine, you can just go boop. And just kind of swipe that way. It's a lot easier when yours isn't old and scary and needs to be replaced. And for this eye, I'll kind of do down a little bit too, like underneath the eye with it, because I have a little corner here that always likes to water and make a mess. Sorry, I'll try not to block. I can't. This is hard to do. This is why everyone has makeup mirrors. And just kind of gently swipe across. Ta-da! Wing. It looks really good on the screen. In here, it's like, you know, just kind of average, but from here, it looks like I got skills. I don't! Not really. You just go, and there you go. So let's do this side now. This one's a little on the thicker side, but who cares? No one's judging you but yourself. Oh god. Whatever. Ta-da! wingage. Alright, so. You did good, little perversion. So now we've got that. I'm gonna go ahead and here's the other thing. A lot of people will like line their eyes after they put on the color. Oh crap. I forgot something. Usually I will also use a primer for my eyes. I know, it seems like a lot of priming and primping and whatever, but the eye primer, even if you don't want like a facial primer, you should get some eyeshadow primer. Mostly because it just helps keep all the frickin' powder there. Because before I'd never used any, and like I would get like the crease going on in there, and it was annoying as hell. Like, at the end of the day, you're like, nah, my eyeshadow looks like crap. This stuff, however, this is some Mary Kay. It's probably a bajillion years old. Let's be honest, I probably need a new one too. Kids, don't use old makeup. It is unsanitary. Don't be like your Aunt Nicole and use old makeup. It's not good. Except I will trade out my mascara. Once my mascara starts going south, no thank you. I've had bad mascara before. It's not fun. My eyes were freaking out. Eyeshadow primer is very, very useful. Because it helps keep everything good and nice all day long. And you come home and you're like, I still look pretty. But since I've already put highlighter on, it's a little more difficult. I don't need to get it as close to my lashes, but that's okay because my focus is mainly on where my crease is anyway. So I don't have to worry about it getting all up in there. So as I was saying, a lot of people will line their eyes like after they do their color. You can do it before or after. I mean, there's really no hard and fast rules. I'm sure there's some makeup artist who may stumble across this and hate my guts and be like, what is wrong with you? Everything you're doing is wrong. I don't care. So I'll use the liquid on top for the glowing and everything, but I do have just like an Ulta, I don't even know what the color this is anymore. I think it's called Blackout. And it's actually, I have used a lot of different pencil liners. This one's probably my favorite. I haven't used the Urban Decay one, and I know if you're not able to afford stuff like Urban Decay, which I didn't used to buy all that expensive stuff all the time until I found out how amazing it is. Oh my god, you guys, you don't even understand. It actually is really good. But there are some less expensive brands out there that are pretty sweet, and I'm actually really a big fan of the Blackout Ulta liner here. And I'm just gonna do a little... I'm gonna go all the way around. Can't stop me. Can't stop, won't stop. Yeah, I know, it's a little dramatic now, but don't worry, it's gonna soften up once I start putting junk all over it. Besides, who's to tell you how to do your makeup? If you do stuff and you like it, do it. Like, why you care what everyone else... It's 2017, girl. You do whatever the hell you want. You got everyone running around, you know, coloring their hair purple and blue, and who's to say you can't do your makeup however you like? If someone else doesn't like it, I'm gonna suck it. Screw off. Whatever. Just, you know, ignore them. You do you, girl. Alright, so we've got basic eyeliner down. So now we're gonna go green today because I've got a few new fun things. So we're gonna go 100% green. And I don't think you realize how green we're gonna get. We're gonna get real green. So to start things off, where is all the things I own? So I have a handful of brushes. Some I have specifically for different things. In my eyes, in my face, and my stuff. A lot of them I have, and I don't know what they're specifically for. I just use them for things that I need them for. There's no rhyme or reason. I'll do what I do. So I've got here... This I got from my sister for Christmas. This is the Full Spectrum palette by Urban Decay. This is after I discovered the amazingness that is Urban Decay and all the colors. Oh my god, you guys. The colors! You don't understand! I love color. I freaking love color. And since we're going green, I'm also going to use... They have this whole... It's called Moondust. Is the... oh no, I've got eyeliner on me. It's a Moondust line. And it's just really, I don't, so much clear. Oh my god, why? It's very sparkly. Hold on. Very shiny. Very ooh la la. Of course, if it won't, like, you know, focus, then we'll never know, but wow, whoa. But it's very sparkly, very shiny, shimmery, magical. Go into any place that sells Urban Decay and you will soon find out. But since I want to go real green, we're going to go into this one. And I'm going to take some of this uber grassy green here. It's called Hatter. And it was in their Alice in Wonderland palette. This is actually the brush that comes with the palette. So some of the brushes I own are just brushes that came with the palettes. And let's be honest, there's only like 2 palettes that I actually own. And no, I guess there's technically 3, it's just one didn't actually come with brushes. It came with like the little spongy things. Came with these things here. Doesn't really matter. I mean, they're still functional. They're still good. They're easy to swipe on the color if you need it to. Good in a pinch, but I mean, not the best for repeat uses in different colors. So I have several in one particular palette, and like each has like one color on it because you can't really get the color out of those sponges things. Like once it's in there, you're kind of stuck with it. So in this case, I'm just gonna kind of do like a green all over sort of thing. The other thing that's handy about brushes is you can be a little bit more gentle and you can really floof stuff out if you need to. Because like I've got this other poofy side here which I can use to just kind of blend stuff together. But right now it's just we're doing green. Boom! Boom green. It's in there. It's happening. Can't stop it. And sometimes I'll do the eyeliner first. Most of the time I will do the eyeliner first because I don't need it to be like this bold giant kapow kind of statement. Which I think is true in a lot of cases. And it's dark enough that like it shows through pretty much no matter what I'm putting on top here anyway. So, you know. Alright, so now we've got enough of that. I'm not even going to clean this one off. I'm going to leave it the way it is, and I'm just going to dip straight into the Zodiac here. Just swishy swoo around in there. Ooh, look how dark that is. It is very dark, and if I wanted to go dark, like super dark with it, I would have done like either no base, or I would have done like a black base. Like I would have just done with like straight black on my eyeballs, which I've done before. But since we want to be green today, we're going green. We're being environmentally healthy, happy with the face. A lot of the stuff I do, like, I'll watch other videos and like they go all the way up to the eyebrow. My eyebrows, they're not trimmed, they're not neat, they're not fancy. I pluck them every now and again. That's it. I don't go anywhere and I have them done. They're not perfect. I don't put anything in them. You can see them. Ta-da! Like, ain't nobody got time for that. I don't have extra money and time to get my brows waxed and fancy and done and all this stuff. So I will have like this harsh, hardcore line, like, you know, line O shadow. And you know what? I don't care. Cause I likes it. I do what I wants. 24/7, all the time. And now let's do the other eye. I haven't actually done Zodiac with the green base before, so I'm kind of digging this, how this is coming out. Nice and bold, baby. If I want to floof the edges a little bit, I might use this. I might use the floofy side. Boom. Alright. So since we have that done, I am going to do a little bit underneath these eyeballs. You saw how much green and Zodiac and stuff was on this, and look at that. Just a faint green, leftover color. Just a wee baby bit, but otherwise, good to go. So I do have 2 brushes I use specifically for under these eyeballs. There's this guy here. He's very thin, very slanty, and then There's this guy here. Just kind of a simple little brushy. This is like a, I bought this one, silver one at Ulta. It's by It. I don't know if it's It or IT or whatever. They're nice, they're soft. The other ones are my Eco Tools. I got like just a little thing a while ago because I was like, I need some brushes, and I just bought it because I was like, yeah, sure, sounds great. I don't know what most of these are actually for. They don't actually ever specify, so just kind of winging it. So sometimes I'll darken up a little bit of what I've got going on here. I usually use like black or a dark reminiscent color. In this case, there's this one, it's called 100. It's like a much darker, like a super dark foresty green. And then I'll just kind of get that in there and just sort of swipe careful, like, real gentle. Right under the elbows. Just like that, nothing fancy. Nothing fancy, just basic. Give it a wee bit of color. Definition. Now I'm gonna go in with this bad boy. I'm gonna dip him into the Zodiac again. Sometimes I'll use different colors, sometimes I'll just go with the color that I've already been using on top of my eye. And we're just gonna smudge the shit out of it. Smudgy brush. Might actually be called a smudger, I don't really know. Whoop! You might occasionally make a mistake. That's okay. Shit happens when you're putting makeup on. I'm actually going to use this to go in my corner a little bit more. Only a little bit darker, a little bit more dramatic. Not much. Again, like I said, most of the time I'm just making this shit up as I go. I'm just like, oh hey, this sounds like a good idea, I'll do this today. Is it a good idea? Who knows? It'll be a surprise for everyone. Sure, why not? Seems great. There might have been a time where people would be like, oh, you look like a raccoon, but I mean, I don't think I do. I got color. I'm not gray. I don't have just like straight black around my eyes. I'm not a bandit. I don't go digging through people's trash. What's wrong with you? Clean your brushes off as you go, kids. Save you some time later. Okay, so eyes almost done. Then we have the one of the machine, the instrument that terrifies many a manfolk. The eyelash curler. It's not scary. I got one of these in college because sometimes my eyelashes are just like, BAM! Straight out. And I was like, I would like you guys to go up a little bit more. Out of my eyeballs. So I bought one of these and braved it, and also, not scary. And then this is the same one I've had since college. You just buy the little replacement doodads. Little rubber things. Go into any beauty store. Don't know where they are? Just ask one of the chicks, because I wandered around like a Sally Beauty salon. And finally I was like, dude, where's the things for the eyelash curler? They're over there. Oh, okay. Sweet. Then you just kind of hold for 15 to 20 seconds, just count in your head. I don't do fake lashes. I have lashes, I don't need to add more. I don't need to add an extra step to what I'm doing. If you find that they're not curly enough, because I kind of start at the base, and then if they're giving me sass, I'll go to the edges. And go again, and just go whoop, up on the edgy area. So that they go whoop, a little more extra curlage. And as usual, my mantra, good enough! So I do have some Ulta mascara, but I think it's starting to go a little on the south side because I don't remember when I bought it. It might have been long enough ago. So I have yet another sample. My birthday was October, so I ended up going to all the places I have stuff, and they're like, here's for samples, here's samples. So I got this It mascara. It's by the same people who made the brush that I have, my little smudgy brush. And we're just going to use that, and we're going to go with it. Though it does seem a little on the chunky side, but okay. Whatever you say, guys. Ooh, it is a little on the chunky side. I don't know how I feel about this. Okay, look. Good enough does not include chunky mascara. What the hell? I don't approve of your chunky mascara. But it's too late. We're committed. We're doing it. It's for the video. It's for the good of the video. If you don't like your mascara, fucking buy some more somewhere. Not gonna lie, I do really want to try the Urban Decay Troublemaker Mascara for the sole reason that it doesn't use these damn little brushy bits. It uses like actual, I'm assuming plastic, but like the bits look like little like squid hooks. They look really cool. So that you don't have a lot of what's happening here, and they don't, instead of bending, they'll just be like just going through your eyelashes. So that looks, and I was gonna get a free sample because I buy a lot of Urban Decay stuff, so I'm kind of high on their little list of people's ish, kind of, not, I mean in terms of points, whatever. And they were like, give us your address, we'll send you a free sample. And I f***ed up my address. I forgot to give them the city and the state. I just gave them the street address, so they're probably like, yeah, you're not getting one, you moron, because you don't know how to add an address. Fun fact, don't put address and then give me one line. My brain doesn't work that way. I'm used to multiple lines when I'm filling out a form online. I love you, Urban Decay, but that was both of our, I'm gonna say it's both of our faults, okay? Okay. Alright, so eyes are done. Finished. Fabuloso. Now we go on to green lipstick. That's right, kids. You heard it. Green lipstick. In this case, I have three options. So there's this, if you don't want to use a colored lip liner, but you're still worried about your lipstick bleeding out into the fine lines, there's Find a Clear lip primer or lip liner. In this case, this is Urban Decay's Ozone. It's in the thick version. They have a thinner version, but I like the thick version because you can lose it elsewhere since it's just a multi-purpose primer pencil. We're not going to use that. I could also use, I've recently discovered Kat Von D because she has more colors. Because Urban Decay, I love you, but babes, you don't have the lip liner I need for this color of green or blue lipstick, by the way. That frostbite I have. Ooh. So I found Kat Von D, and she's got some sweet colors in lip liner. This is called Satellite. We're not going to use it either, but it does this really badass electric kind of thing for when I do have this plus the green. Now this is what I just recently bought because I discovered, oh, she's got green lip liner. Why, yes please, I need some of that. And this is called Lemmy? I don't know how people decide these things. Let's line these lips with some green. And again, you just kind of all do your best. And I don't know if no one's ever told you how to line your lips. This is what I was taught, was don't go inside, go like kind of right along the line, because the whole point of lip liner, and like you don't necessarily need to go completely outside either, is to like keep the lipstick from bleeding out. So when you put it over, it should all just go right on top, and you shouldn't have to worry about any bleedage or anything like that. And you also, you'll see, don't have to worry about just doing an outline. You can use lip liner to help fill in everything. So, like I'm gonna do here. Alright, so now that I've got this Joker green stuff going on, discovered that the magic of filling in your lips with the lip liner is pretty great, because it can actually change depending upon what you're using. Sometimes you just use it to blend, it's not a big deal, and it has the exact same color as what you're going for with your lipstick, but it can also help change the color of the lipstick. So in this case, because now my lips are green and we're putting green on top, it should make it pop more, rather than if I were putting green on top of like the reddish pink that my lips were naturally, which is going to darken up the green and kind of make it sort of a kind of okay color, which is why this electric blue is so badass, because it really makes the green go, it makes it a very interesting kind of combo. But right now we're just going full green, so. Also, I forgot to mention, this is Junkie by Urban Decay, again. Yeah, I discovered, if I could sell them like I sold Mary Kay, hell yes, sign me up. I'd be all over that shit. Ooh. Yeah, I like it. Now I'm super green. Super green! Fifth element? Anyone? No? Bueller? Alright. So, occasionally if you have your big brush of any kind and you notice that you've got some nonsense happening because of your mascara or because of your eyeshadow, just give it a bit of floofing. Now from here you could be done. I have been done. I don't contour. I don't really always highlight, and when I do highlight, I just make that shit up. I don't have any magical, I don't do any of the fancy whatever you're supposed to do with highlighting or whatever. If I do decide to do any highlighting, which I guess I'll throw on a little bit of sheen, that's literally what I use it for. It's just a little bit of random sheen. So in this case, I didn't bring anything out, hold on. So I got this little free Ulta palette when I bought some stuff one day. I got a lot of free shit. See, if you plan right, you shop right, you too can get a whole bunch of free shit. So this is just a little Ulta palette, and I think these bits were supposed to be for highlighting and contouring. I have not yet used this color at all. I have used this color for a little bit of, like, if I feel like doing anything that's remotely close to contouring, which I'm not really sure if it is or not, but basically I'll just kind of dibbity-dab this little brush, this little free blush brush that I got with the palette and some other stuff, and I'll kind of go like, just kind of like in here, like under the cheekbone area, which I guess is what you're supposed to do. Not really sure. I just make it all up as I go. So just once again, dab, 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 dab. Get some under brush. And half the time I don't even really use the mirror for this. I'm just like, yeah, sure, it sounds great. It's right here in this cheeky area where my cheek is. Because, yeah. And I don't actually know. You might be able to see some sheenage. But, I mean, I really just do it for just like a little bit of extra shine. Whether or not it actually does anything, I don't know. I mean, I look in the mirror and yeah, I can see some of a bit of a shine here and there, and I'm like, well, that looks cool. I don't know if anyone else ever sees it, or if they ever notice it, or if they even care, but whatever. And usually I just do the cheeks. You can do the whole nose thing. I don't usually do the lip thing. You can do your chin thing. That's all I got. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Ooh, that's right, I forgot. I almost forgot. Ah! Okay, so we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna green it up, and we're gonna make these so even though this does have a bit of sparklage in it, we're gonna up the ante a little bit more, because I haven't done this either. I have not used, this is some more Urban Decay stuff. I know, like basically my whole lineup is Urban Decay. But this is their Vice Special Effects stuff, which is basically like, it's not really a gloss per se. I guess in a way it kind of is, but it dries really, really nice. Like, you know, if I were to go mwah right now, I know I would have green on my hand. I know I would. Maybe after a while it would ease up. But once I put this stuff on, this dries real nice. And, I can go mwah, and I will have nothing come off. And this is in Circuit. And these things, oh my god, I love them. I hate the applicator, I'm not gonna lie. It's a brush and I can't stand it, it's awful. But otherwise, the special effects themselves are freaking amazing. About the same color as the lipstick, which is real nice, but now I have like this really kick-ass sheen on top of it. Can you see it a little bit? A little bit more shiny? Yeah? Dope. So today we're green. And so that'll dry. Like right now it's a little bit on the wettish, sticky-ish side, but it'll dry down and it'll be really great and it'll be amazing and I'll love it forever. And to finish things off, I didn't used to do this either. A lot of this stuff that I do now really is fairly recent. I didn't used to do any of this, like maybe 2 years ago. Most of it. hard to remember, but fairly recent. Like, I didn't used to have half the crap I now own. I never used to use finishing spray, but I got it sent to sample this, and it's really nice. I really enjoy the idea of this finishing spray. Or setting spray, I'm sorry, setting spray. This is more Urban Decay, obviously. This is their all-nighter. You can get a pack of 2 for basically it'd be like the price of 1 plus $10 rather than buying 2 at their list price, which is a great deal. So if you decide to get some, you might as well just do that. If you're gonna keep buying it, I went ahead and did it. It was like, so they say do X and then T. Whenever I watch them do a video, they're just like just having a good time. So whatever works for you, however you want to get it on here. Helps keep everything in place. It actually does a really good job because I experimented one day with some, the next day I did without some, and found that the with some, everything stood up just a little bit better to what was going on. So let all the rest of the extra sparklies, extra bits fall down to the floor. I usually kind of do that so that way it doesn't get all over like everything I own. Your face will feel a little bit damp for a little bit, and then it'll dry, and it'll settle, and everything will be good. And just like that, we're done. We've done all the things. We've got all the colors. We've got all our fancy stuff happening. And from there, you can embellish with jewelry or whatnot as you wish. But that is a fairly average girl's makeup routine. Basically, do whatever you want to do. Do it how you want to do it, really, and just enjoy your makeup. That's all it boils down to. Enjoy what you're doing. I mean, you would be surprised, actually, at how many compliments I get on the weird colors, like what would be considered weird, versus the normal everyday colors. So I could be wearing pink lipstick or whatever, like one day. No one gives a shit. I have gotten more compliments than I can count when I wear the blue lipstick that I have in Frostbite, Urban Decay, or when I wear purple lipstick, which I will top with stuff, and I have a couple of different things. Most recently, there's another Kat Von D thing. It's called Everlasting Glimmer Veil, and the purple one is, oh my god, oh, you don't even understand. You go look at that, look those up, ooh, girl. But I've gotten so many compliments on the what would be considered the weird colors. I've written down what they are for women, and I've had multiple men of different ages. They don't be creepy, they're just like really impressed. They're like, oh my god, I've never seen that color. Like, I surprised one guy the other day where I was behind an area when I was at work, and he just saw that there was a person at a computer, and he was like, oh, can you help me? And I leaned over, and I was like, yeah, and he was just like, oh. It's like, wow, like, everything matches, because I usually match my outfits with my makeup, and I had like a purple shirt on. And he was like, wow, everything matches. He's like, that purple's really cool. I was like, thank you. But yeah, just do what you want to do, wear what you want to wear, and if you figure out how to do stuff that you like, then do it. So have a good time makeuping, and I will see you later in a Universal Gums video. In fact, I have it right over here, right now. Toodles!